Good morning, friends. So I'm going to put on some beef stew in the crock pot. And right now I've got 2 packs of stew meat. I'm going to make a pretty good sized pot because I'll be sharing it with some folks. But I'm going to take my flour and I'm going to put some seasoning in it. And we're going to sear the meat. So I'm going to put some salt, some pepper, I got some seasoning salt, got some garlic. I'm going to add just a little bit of paprika. We're just going to get a good sear. So what I've done is I added some vegetable oil and a stick of butter. So this is roughly 3 pounds of stew meat. Go ahead and start adding. I'm not going to add many layers, I want it to sear, so I don't want to crowd the pan. And this will help if you covered it with flour, will thicken your stew too. Okay. So let that go for just a minute. And I'm going to take it out and directly go into my crock pot. Now while that meat's is searing, I'm going to go ahead and cut my onion up. I'm going to use 2 onions. Well, one of them's small, so it's about 1.5. This is going to be cooking all day, so you don't have to cut them up just real small. Okay, I'm going to keep searing this meat, and when I get it all seared, I will come back and show you the next step. So this is this is the sear I like to get on my meat. I just let it cook in a single layer. Probably takes about 5 minutes per batch. I'm going to have about 3 batches here to do, so I'll get it all done and I'll come back. Alright, I got all my meat seared. Now I got onions in here, and all I'm doing here is just scraping all the bits and pieces of the meat off the bottom of the pan. You want to make sure you get all of that. So I have got just beef broth in the box. I'm going to start adding that in. Looks like it's going to take 2 of them. Now, I still have to add my vegetables to this, but I'm going to let this cook for a couple hours before I add the vegetables. I'm just going to go ahead and add the rest of this box. So that's going to be 2 boxes of beef broth. And I like just a little bit of tomato base in mine. And I usually use tomato paste, but yes, we don't have any. So I'm going to use about half of that tomato sauce. Just enough to give it a little bit of a red color. Alright, so I'm going to put this on low, and I'm going to let it cook for 2 or 3 hours, and then I will come back and add my vegetables. So I added some thyme, rosemary, and parsley. Hey y'all, so you can tell how it's starting to thicken up. I mean, it's got a little cooking to do. But I added 2 packs of brown gravy mix. And I put that into some water and whisk it and just poured it in there, and it's starting to thicken. Also, I added about a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. And now I'm going to add some carrots and potatoes. I've got a pot full now. So we're going to let this cook for a while. Probably another 4 hours or so. And then I'll let you see it when it gets finished. Alright y'all, the last 30 minutes I made a slurry with cornstarch and water. I'm going to put this in here at the last 30 minutes and let it cook, and that'll help it thicken. Alrighty friends, that's the finished product, homemade beef stew. It's been cooking all day in the crock pot. Made a pan of cornbread. It's gonna be good.